Hi there. I like these small campfires, and now that everything is wet, you can put wet firewood on top of your campfire to dry it out before you put it in the campfire. That should take only, a couple of minutes. Yeah, it's burning already. So now I'm moving these on top, down into the campfire, like this. Then you can move on to new wet pieces and put them on top, dry them out. Now they shouldn't be wet all through, of course. Only on the surface. Yeah, something like that. I will get my microphone and we'll have a little chat. Okay, so I have read all your emails concerning men's mental health. And now I will not be replying to each and every one of those emails in these videos. Because there are many things that, there are common themes. We have put ourselves in a position and in a society that treats us in a way that's not natural for us, and we live lives that are far from what we were meant to. I mean, we as men are, in my opinion, we are expected to be something different from men. That's one thing, which causes massive problems. And if you look at schools and how boys are doing in schools, it's not because boys are stupid. Boys are not stupid. I mean, that should be obvious. The schools have been, in my opinion, feminized. I will not talk about society as it has become today and how it's destroying lives, especially men's lives. Instead, just let me tell you what we were meant to do and how we were meant to live. Okay, so I had to move away from the campfire a little bit. Now, what I'm trying to say here, and this is difficult. I'm not finding the right words, to be honest. And my nose is runny. Sorry. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that if you are struggling and if you have mental issues, I think it's a good idea to look around and see if there are anything in your surrounding, I mean outside of yourself, that's unnatural. Because if you are living a life removed from how it was supposed to be, go back 10,000 years, if it's very, very different from that, well, of course, it's going to be different. But if you have almost none of those ingredients in your life, my theory is that will make you feel, well, that will give you problems, mental problems. If you never go out in the woods, all you see is concrete and skyscrapers and cars, and and you work 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or whatever. I mean, in an office inside a building, I think that's a recipe for disaster, to be honest. It's not going to be, I think it's not going to be a good life. I often joke, and I say, jokingly, I say, I don't want to live anywhere where I cannot urinate wherever I like. So that kind of rules out the cities. So I mean, well, on a serious note there, I mean the freedom. We're talking about freedom, and I think that the country life gives you a lot more freedom. Also, as a man, I mean, whenever I have to go to a city, I feel my manhood is not, well, is that the right word? I don't know. My identity as a man is kind of immediately in conflict with all the rules and regulations that I encounter in a city. It's just, it feels wrong and it feels unnatural to me. Now, I'm not saying that just move out in the countryside and everything will be okay. What I'm saying is that if you do remove yourself from the constraints of modern life and you get physically closer to nature, chances are it will be much easier for you to mend whatever is wrong. And maybe you will discover that some of the issues you had, they just go away. I can't promise, but I mean, it's worth a try, at least. That's what I'm thinking. So, imagine going back many, many generations, back to the time when we were hunters and gatherers. You would wake up early, before dawn, and you would move out with your friends and your relatives, and you would hunt and gather food and the resources that you need. And in the evenings you would gather around the campfire with your tribe, and there would be the elders would tell stories, the kind of stories that you'd heard about like 100 times before, but you like those stories because they give you an affirmation of safety and belonging. And you would have less troubles, less mental worries. Life would be simpler in many ways. It wouldn't be, I mean, there would be problems, there would be challenges, and there would be, I mean, all sorts of problems, of course. I mean, that's life. But it would not be as complicated and as your life today, probably. I'm not saying we should go back to being, back to the Stone Age. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying maybe there are things we lost up through the generations, moving towards this hyper-civilized society that we live in today. And maybe it's time to get back to the roots, to our roots, to who we really are as men. Makes you think. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments section. If you agree or disagree, let me know. And I think that's all for now. I'll be back with another video in a few days, and I wish you a wonderful day or evening or whatever it is in your part of the world. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending this time with me. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.